engines roar in this digital drive. Sweat on my brow, I burn the midnight oil. Lap after lap, carve my name in the soil. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, is mine tonight. Qualifying ghosts, I'll float them down. Every corner's mine, I own this town. Sire scream, my setup's tight. I bled for this win in the virtual light. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, is mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I pay my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I'll chase the line, I've earned my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I pay my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I've paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of the server, I'm winning tonight. Shift up, hold steady, I'm crossing that line. I race in glory, this moment's mine. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. Burning and pixels collide. Steel and rubber in a world online. Every corner's a war to survive. Leadfoot's keeping the fire alive. Engines in the void, thundering low. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame we rise again. Leadfoot TV, where the night won't end. Screaming the sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. Engines in the void, thundering low. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame we rise again. Leadfoot TV, where the night won't end. Tires scream, the sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. Leadfoot TV. talk too much, but the track don't lie. Quit stalling out, quit wasting time. The only way forward is pedal to the floor. Quit whining, drive like you want more. Quit whining and drive, it'll fury ignite. On Leadfoot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire is the throttle we trust. 11 doors at 200 strong. The weak get wrecked, the brave roll on. Every lap for war, no mercy inside. If you came to complain, step off the ride. The time is ticking, the engine's roared. Quiet and drive, that's what it's for. From the sims to the screen, it's the edge of your seat. Burning rubber where legends compete. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On Leadfoot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Lights out, hearts pounding, the countdown scream. You're strapped in the cockpit of a digital dream. No tears, no fear, just a checkered sky. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive, let the wild take control. On Leadfoot TV, it's a race for the soul. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Green flags alive. Quit whining and drive. Screens lit up, the clear to
From the virtual Larry King Law's Langley Speedway, Bill Mullis's playground in the Commonwealth of the Tidewater region of Virginia, Hampton, Virginia, we welcome you to coverage of the continuation of the Leadfoot Racing League. It is the National Tour up first, and this is the K Designs 150. I am Wesley Outland, joined alongside is Charles Oberg, thawed out from the Northeast winter storm of last week. Tracy Brown, as always, hitting the buttons on production for your coverage simulcast on Leadfoot TV, LSR TV, your home for sim racing, and we're also live on the Community Radio Network. We are live on all of those platforms, and we are about ready, Charles, to go racing here at Langley, buddy. And tonight, we're going 150 laps, not 125. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Wesley, I'm real excited about Langley. These guys are going to be bumping and grinding tonight because this is not a very big track, but 150 laps is going to be great, man. Exciting.
Very fun place indeed. Very flat racing track here. Let's take a look at the starting lineup as once again another Wild Ops Fast Pole Award qualifying award will go to Justin Brooks from Darlington, South Carolina. He'll be the man that'll lead him to the green flag. Cameron Chandler on the outside of row number 1. Row number 2 will find Joel Farlow in the number 29 and the 53 of James Daring. Row 3 as the field rolls, we'll see the drivers of Blake Dorney and Landon Brown. He'll start 6th as you got the rest of the lineup there, Charles.
Yeah, in the 4th row, we got starting in 7th, Asher Bunkley and the 92, and outside of him is Carter Pendleton in the 21, Rob Burnham in 12th, and the number 12 in 9th, Ray Sprigg in 10th in number 59. Mike Deach in 11th in the 88, and Travis Lapianis is in 16. It is 12th in the 16, and that rounds out your field as the lights go off in the pace car. So they're getting ready to go green, Wesley.
150 laps. Remember, there'll be the 213 Simware stage break at lap number 65 of the race tonight, not lap number 40 as usual on a 125 lapper. This race is 150 laps, just shy of 55 miles. stage break at lap 65, not lap number 40. One set of tires, one fast repair, and one attempt at a green-white checker. Justin Brooks, another pole award for him. Strap in, race 1 of 2 at Langley. We're green with the national division of the LFRL on this Sunday night to kick off March.
Yeah, they all seem to get off to a great start here. Go through turn 1, back into turn 3 right now. Justin Brooks out in front, which is no surprise, but Chandler is right behind him in the 8 there, coming on strong. We're going to have to watch this matchup throughout the race.
And we'll keep an eye and see what these drivers will obviously do as they work their way again back around the corner. Coming out of 4, there is Justin Brooks. Cameron Chandler right there, 1, 2, and 3, of course, if you count the 29 in the mix as well of Joel Farlow. This, by the way, is the national division. The American division will be coming up later tonight at 9 o'clock with Emmett Crow and myself on Leadfoot TV, LSR TV, and CRN. We got a caution out. Golden Racing caution flag will come out. And here's a replay for what happened to Blake Dorney, the Monroe, Connecticut driver, and boy, he stacked up a whole bunch of cars after the Nationwide machine went around in turn 2 there, Charles.
Well, I'm telling you, Blake being out here in the Northeast, he must have been shoveling a lot of snow as I was, but yeah, it looks like he got into it a little too deep there and goes around, so that's unfortunate for him. Hopefully he can get back out on the track.
Yeah, another look at it again as we'll take a look at the replay. Obviously, again, the 38 Dorney going around. That'll be a quick caution. By the way, this race tonight is presented by K Designs, owned by league driver Brantley Bryant, winner last week. Provides iRacing photography sessions and race car wraps on an affordable price and with excellent quality as well. Reach out to Brantley Bryant on Instagram at Killacross. That's KILLACROSSS, or DM him on Discord. You can slide in his DMs, right? Give him a message there. Well, Golden Racing caution coming out for the first time, and obviously Justin Brooks on the cusp of the Dominator, the winner of this series, the all-time winner of this series, Ryan. Obviously looking good. Justin Brooks, Cameron Chandler, and Charles, obviously, you know, has anybody got anything for the 33? That's the million-dollar question, it seems like we've been asking ourselves when we settle up every Sunday night for this series.
Oh, yeah, absolutely right, Leslie. We don't know. We don't know if anybody could ever beat him. It seems like he could run this track or any track in reverse and be out in front. But, these guys got to get together and figure something out and race after race. Yeah, they just can't do it. But maybe tonight's different.
We'll find out as right now the pace car lights are still on. By the way, this race is 150 laps tonight. 150 laps tonight for the national division. The American Tour will be coming up later this evening. They will go for 150 laps as well. So you got 300 laps of racing here in the next over 4 hours time, if you count the little break that we have in between it on this Sunday, March 1st, as we are right now. Got the lights off on the pace car. That'll wrap up a Golden Racing caution. Field will make their way back to the CRN restart zone. That Lucky Duck Motorsports green flag should be ready to unfurl from the starter stand as pace car rolls in. Brooks Chandler front row. Brooks in the gas in the restart zone and gone as we go back to racing on lap number 9.
Yeah, it takes that car right down to the inside, almost cutting the grass right there. But that inside line as close to the grass as you can is really going to help you get around that corner.
Yeah, just continuing to watch what Brooks is doing, obviously getting another great launch on the restart, pulling away from everybody. There goes an out battle. Keep an eye on Landon Brown. By the way, Kid Stash told me that he now has a full man's mustache growing, so I can't call him Kid Stash anymore. That was a old picture. I hear Tracy laughing in the background. That was an old picture that was previous. So I can't call him Kid Stash anymore. So no, that was fun while it lasted. But nonetheless, Justin Brooks right now running away with this one in the lead. Chandler right there behind him in first and second. That's the 33 and the number 8. And I was going to say, keep an eye on Landon Brown. He is starting to climb into the top 5 in the number 5 there, Charles, as they go back to 1.
No, Landon's doing great today, and good for him because he needs to make up some points to get up the point standings. And there's a couple guys up top like Wilson, Neese, and Jacob Brown that aren't here tonight. So he's got some spots to make up to move up that ladder pretty quickly.
Really does. As we continue to see these guys work back into the corner again. That's, of course, that Eastern Technical Design Ford Mustang, number 5, Landon Brown. Spent his day at Southern National yesterday. Checking out the lid lifter for the 2026 Z-Max GARS Tour. Mason Walters picked up the Pro Late Model win driving for the Dennis Setzer Racing and Development Program. And, of course, in addition to that, it was Caden Quapple driving for Junior Motorsports in a controversial race. Obviously, Air Doug Barnes Jr., man out of Maryland, felt like he got reffed up a little much on the last couple of laps and got raced a little dirty by Quapple. But nonetheless, the win went to Caden Quapple. They had a little interaction post-rage after at Victory Lane, but cooler heads prevailed. Security and the GARS Tour officials broke it up, and Quapple was still able to celebrate. And, of course, Landon Brown able to take in that race. And they're on to Wake County Speedway coming up in less than 30 days on March the 28th. Nonetheless, the leaders work their way off of turn number 4 back to the line. It is Brooks in the lead. There he goes. Chandler in second, Farlow third. Remember, 65 laps to the stage break. That's a little bit longer distance than usual at lap number 40. So these guys still have time to dig, Charles.
Oh, absolutely. And, I don't see, this being just under a half a mile. I don't see fuel being any issues here. So they should be able to make it all the way to the stage break before they even think about pitting.
Yeah, we're still continuing to watch these guys work their way back around the racetrack. Another lap on the board. It's Chandler right now down to the inside of the Monster Energy colors. Got, of course, a nice run in on the number 33 of Brooks, but Brooks still just continuing to hit his lines perfectly as they work across the stripe and put another lap on the board. Brooks, Chandler, Farlow, Bunkley, and Brown top 5 right now. For the moment, they're all single file. As you take a look at the current top 5 here in the K-Designs 150, right now heading towards 125 to go there, Chris.
Well, absolutely, man. The big guys always find their way up front. Landon Brown's in the top 5 right now. But I just want to mention these lap times. These guys are all averaging right about 15.5 seconds a lap. And for just about a half mile, that is a blazing lap speed. These setups are all done by Claude Chassis. So, great job by them to get these cars hooked up on this track because they are cruising.
By the way, this is the midway point of season number 5, counting tonight's events here at Langley Speedway. Next week, we're going to be going to the high banks of virtual Southern National Motorsports Park. And then, of course, we'll be at Hickory for Throwback Night on March the 15th. By the end of March, beginning of April, we'll take off there during the April Easter break. But we'll come back and decide the champion at Sobo coming up on April the 12th. So Southern National after tonight, Hickory, Five Flags, North Wilkesboro, and Sobo, the next races on the schedule here as we are in the midway point in the second half for season 5 of the Leadfoot Racing League. Right now, it is all Justin Brooks leading the way. We're watching this battle now inside the top 5. That's Pendleton and Brown. They were going at it. Now there's your top 3 in front of them, all nose to tail. Nobody catching the conductor of Brooks as he leads them again out of turn 4.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. These top 3 have checked out and sailing away from everybody behind them. But yeah, we're going about halfway until the stage break. So I'm sure these 3 are settled in, and the guys behind them are probably settled in. Nobody's really going to push it this early in the race, but we're going to see some real good racing after that stage break, I'll tell you that.
Patience indeed right now for these guys as we're continuing to watch them put another lap on the board here in lap number 30. So we're about 35 laps remaining in the opening stage to that 213simware.com stage break. Right now, still Justin Brooks in the front spot. Chandler now looking high, looking low. Right there, about a half a car length back to the leader, and then about a half a car length back to second, where Chandler is Farlow in the number 29 Hunt Brothers Pizza entry. Right now, these guys got separate, plenty of separation amongst them, and I think Oberg right now what they're doing is just riding and driving. That's the smart thing to do here right now. Still a long way to go in this race, and remember, this race, because of the track distance, is 150 laps as we have another Golden Racing caution coming out. Yellow flag. We'll find out what it's for.
Yeah, let's take a look back here and see what's going on. We're looking at Roy Sprigg here in the 59. Let's see what happens there. As our replay starts about 10 seconds before the crash, and there you see it right there, the 59 and the 48 get into it, or the 88, sorry.
Yeah,
Leslie, looks like two guys going for the same real estate there on the track.
Yes, sir, it does. Fighting for that same piece of real estate there, and there's the end result of what happened.
Hey guys, if you tuned in on YouTube, you go ahead and leave us a comment. I noticed Emmett Crow, Mr. Emmett Crow himself, our announcer for the next coming, the American division coming up next. He says he can't wait for the American action later tonight. So he's in our chat. So if you guys want to go ahead, jump in chat, give us a thumbs up, and join the conversation.
And remember, last week the American division was first. National division was last. This week, national division first, American division last, and they'll flip-flop it, of course, for next week as well for Southern National. As right now, Justin Brooks continuing to be the man that leads the way. Nobody can catch this guy. What a season he's having so far, and ready to tally another championship on the roster, if you will, for this guy. Just sheer domination, I'm telling you. When you see that 33, I think people get intimidated, Charles. I mean, nobody has been in any way able to hang with this guy this year.
I'm intimidated just watching him.
One time. He got beat one time, and that's been it.
Yeah, and I think he was saying he had some sort of technical difficulties that night, too. So, definitely intimidating to see him show up. And you know, the thing is as good competition makes better competition as you bring us to the.
We're back in our way, back inside that CRN restart zone. The Lucky Duck Motorsports green flag will fly, and we're just about less than 20 laps away till the end of the stage break. Lap 65 is when that will happen. As all the while, Brooks, another great restart up in front, leading them again back into turn one. Yeah,
and that caution brings everybody back together, so nobody's got a huge lead right now. But it seems like that top three taking off again. Not a huge lead, but they are pulling away already.
Yeah, they really are. Another great performance right now by these guys, and picking off laps one by one, if you will, as they work their way again down into the corner. What a solid effort right now by these guys. Is all the while it is all the 33 up in front. Nobody can catch him with another lap completed here. Cameron Chandler. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had any big movers of the race so far. I mean, the two biggest movers only went up by 3 spots, and that's Chandler Pendleton and Rob Burnham have moved up the field by 3 spots only. So usually you have a guy coming from behind, but nobody's really moved any spots, Wesley. I mean, just seems like a Sunday cruise to these guys.
You're exactly right, and another caution will come out as well. So another yellow flag, third one of the race now. And that is presented by Golden Racing. And another caution. Let's take a look at the replay. We'll find out what happened for this one to put us under caution. Trying to look around and see if we can find it. I don't think it was with the front three. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, it looks like Michael Deach dropped to the back of the field.
Yeah, keep an eye on Deach car. There's the 88 machine. Yeah, wonder if. Yeah, caution was already out before then. So let's see if he lost it. Well, I mean, he bounced off the wall, but yeah, we're going way too far ahead of ourselves. Just go back to live pictures. All right, well, I mean, I was about to say, with Deach hitting the wall, I mean, I wouldn't think that that would trigger a caution, but I mean, maybe, Oberg. He does get his lap back. So obviously he's not the cause of the caution, because if he was, he wouldn't be able to go for the wave around or the free pass to get his lap back. So it wasn't him. And now this puts all 12 cars back on the lead lap again.
Absolutely, and that's a good thing to have all cars on the lead lap, because that makes interesting racing towards the end. And we only have 15 more laps till the stage break, so that's going to change things up a little bit too.
You're understanding that Justin Brooks is being given an EOL penalty. If there is an EOL penalty, he has to serve it, within the first 3 laps, Charles, of the restart?
Yeah, I believe so. If I remember the rules correctly, you do have to serve that penalty or you will get a black flag. As it looks like he's...
Unless they clear it.
Dropping to the back now. It looks like guys are trying to get around him.
He ain't going nowhere, guys. He's staying up in the front. Pace car is in there trying to go 3 wide for a restart, and we're back underway. Yeah, I think unless the penalty gets cleared. Boy, look at Dorney, by the way. The Nationwide car spun out earlier, brought out the first caution, and now look at this, Charles. He's up to second place coming to the line here.
Yeah, I did notice that. And off the start, he kind of split up the track into 8.
And it sounds like the black flag on Justin Brooks has been cleared, so he's able to race on and continue to stay in that top spot there, Charles. So I mean, I props to Justin for not, backing down and giving up his lead spot. I guess there was just a little error there, but they got it fixed.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a good enough racer, smart enough racer to understand when he does something wrong and when he doesn't do something wrong. And like you said, he stayed up front, and he's got the lead again. And yeah, I don't know if they're going to take it away from him, but yeah, look at Dorney fighting back to him. The 8 going on the inside. Chandler taking a look. That's door-by-door racing coming out of 2, going down the backstretch. Well,
yeah, what a good solid run right now for that man in the number 8 machine. The Chandler led most of the way. Now finally gets back up in front of Dorney. Put number 8 Monster Energy machine back to second. One car starting to fall back a little bit is Joe Farlow in the Hunt Brothers Pizza for Realtree number 29. He's got Pendleton on his back door. So is also Burnham, and they're trying to make a run 2 for 1 on the 29. But all the while, we're also closing in on lap 65. Remember, stage break presented by 213 Simware at lap 65, and it is quickly approaching now with 12 laps to go.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is going to shake up. Once these guys start coming in for gas or tires, or once strategy starts playing in, that the end of that field is going to switch right up real quick.
Yeah, another lap on the board here as these drivers work their way again out of the corner. Another lap on the racetrack about to be completed here on this Sunday night, March the 1st, by the way. Can you believe, Charles, how fast the year's gone by, man? I mean, obviously with the snow on the ground where you live, it seems like it takes forever. I know that feeling as well, But with that being said, though, man, it is the year has just gone by really quickly. I can't believe we're already in the 3rd month of the year.
No, you're absolutely right. And the racetracks up here in the Northeast are starting to open pretty soon, and I'm getting ready for some live action racing as soon as I could get out there. But Yeah, a lot of snow, a lot of snow. But tell you the truth, it's keeping us busy. So maybe that's why time's flying by so much, because we just got so much to do digging ourselves out here.
Hey, you know, Tracy, they're talking about us getting some more snow this week. Monday or Tuesday is what they were saying. I hope not. Keep that stuff away from here.
Yeah.
Duck and cover. Sick of it. A lot of tracks that was able to celebrate, though, some racing over the weekend. Southern National, Wake County Speedway, some other places as well. And really, really fun times indeed. As right now, we are 5 laps away to the stage break here.
As we see our producer Tracy Brown going through some really nice camera angles there, giving you a good show, a good aspect of you know, just how fast these guys are moving around this track. You know, like I said, it's just under a half-mile track, but these guys are tearing it up, man. They're going pretty fast around this track.
And they're ripping it up, aren't they? Right now, continuing to see Justin Brooks continue to dominate this thing. Chandler in second from Salisbury, Maryland. And there you see Rob Burnham now getting some company. That's the driver out of Acton, Massachusetts, man, up around your neck of the woods in the Northeast, racing there. And all this going on. Yes, sir. And then Carter.
Got a couple of guys out here.
I love it. I love seeing these Northeast drivers getting some love. Cherryville, North Carolina, Carter Pendleton. All these guys getting ready to come to the end. And there's the man of the number 5 from Bailey, North Carolina. And that, of course, is Landon Brown. Right now, solid top 10 for him as the laps will run down here to the 213 Simware.com stage break. They're on the final lap. Justin Brooks will work his way now through turns 3 and 4. He'll come to the line, give stage 1 again to Justin Brooks as the 4th Golden Racing caution flag will come out. The Justin Brooks entry number 33 from Darlington, the Brooks Speed Shop entry Chevrolet. Another stage win. Way to go.
Absolutely dominant.
Yeah, we're going to have... Makes me glad Landon does our race directing. There you go. Okay. Yeah, Landon Brown does do the race directing for the American division. That'll be coming up here later tonight. Remember, they flip-flop the league. Normally, you know, the American is right after National racing now, so American will be at 9 o'clock, and the next week American will be at 7, and the National will be at 9 o'clock. So, and Charles, if all goes right, my friend, I already talked to Mr. Tracy Brown about it. If all goes right, I will be broadcasting LFRL with you next Sunday night, high above the press box at Caraway Speedway after their 61st season of racing opener next Sunday.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one. What a great you know, facility that is, and what a show that the late models put on there, man. And I'm sure these guys they're gonna tear it up and put on an amazing show over there.
Yeah, I'll be up for real in the real press box at Caraway Speedway. We will be at virtual Southern National next.
So you're up in the real booth.
Yeah, I've got real racing announcing obligations next Sunday night, and so the plan is that you know, if we finish up, I'm thinking we'll be done before 7 o'clock, but I'm probably just going to hang around and stay in the media center up in the press box and call the event like I've done before. I've done it with Tracy other times for events and pop in and call the races from the press tower. But yeah, that's the plan. Being at Caraway Speedway, call the NASCAR event, NASCAR races, and then of course stay up topside and call the LFRL with y'all from Southern National. That's where we go. There's the schedule. And man, I can't believe that we're already in the second half of the year as we pop it back up again. There it is. By the way, 213 Simware.com stage break again. Goes again to Justin Brooks again. Oh. People think I'm being sarcastic. I'm really not. I promise. I don't know what to. I just don't know what to say anymore. We're back under green. By the
Yeah,
way,
it's-
where virtual racing meets real-world style, pick up your LFRL merchandise and represent the LFRL with your favorite driver or team apparel in the LFRL store at 213simware.com. That's what I was trying to utter out there, Oberg. We got a little tongue-tied with again, and we are back underway again with the stage 2 of this race, buddy. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, I was just checking out pit stops as these guys come back on the track, but,
Okay.
you know, about 6 of our guys didn't even pit. They're on a 73, 74 lap stint right now, and
wow.
the back of the field looked like they came in, so the back of the field has new tires, the guys up front don't. So that's going to mix things up a little bit. You do think, Wesley?
By the way, I want to send a shout-out to Haley Moody, driver the number 50 I Dig Pigs entry from Sandy Bottom, North Carolina, just outside of Kinston. She is not racing tonight because, Trace, I don't know if you knew this or not, but she's going to be really late model racing this upcoming weekend, Speed Week at Southern National in Kinley. Matter of fact, they raced today. She's been practicing, and she will be running the race in memory of her father, the Jerry Moody Memorial. They're bringing the Jerry Moody Memorial back to Southern National, and she will be running in that race. So that's the reason why Haley is not running with us tonight. But big kudos to you. Good luck, Haley. Go get them and the rest of the amazing drivers at Southern National for Speed Week coming up this weekend. So, or this week, actually. I think the race is on Wednesday night, if I remember correctly. Tracy, I might try to go down there and take it in. I might go down there to that race. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Wednesday night.
It is. And,
Yeah, that's awesome.
you know, Landon's going to be down there checking it out with what we consider to be his little girlfriend there, Miss Haley Moody.
It's that.
Yeah, Kid Stash. we tease him about that all the time, but him and Haley work together, and Landon is her sponsor manager. And he's also a producer here for the Leadfoot Racing League, and we have a broadcast to do on Wednesday night for Golden Racing, so you know who is going to be behind the controls, since Landon's going to be out taking in the sights at Southern National Motorsports Park.
Gotcha. Wow, man. Well, you just get the short end of the stick, don't you? You just get the scraps.
It's sure working out to be that way here lately, Wesley.
Hey, listen, so Saturday night, March 21st, on me, bring your ass to County Line Raceway. I will make you my VIP for the dirt car modified mafia. I know I've invited you before and other things have happened where you can't come, but please put it on your calendar. Saturday, March 21st, County Line Raceway. I know you live in Bailey. I'd love to have you be a guest. I'm going to be like Luigi from Beauty and the Beast, okay? Be our guest. So you come.
Man,
come.
I'm not in Bailey. I'm actually in my address in Nashville, North Carolina.
But Nashville's even closer.
Yeah, I can hear the cars running on Saturday nights out there on the dirt
There you
track,
go. Sits right out your back door. You better come. There you go.
Yeah,
be our guest.
I'm going to have to work.
Oh, you hear to hear, folks. Tracy Brown's going to go catch a race.
I'm starting to sing like Luigi too, boy. Hey, by the way, we are in the second half of this race as well. We're halfway home, and it is still Justin Brooks leading this thing, man. Dominating performance of the number 33. I don't know, Tracy, I don't know what we're going to have to do to this guy. We're going to put, like, blocks on the back of his car and add 200 pounds of weight, start 5 laps down. I don't know what we can do to make it pressured for this man, like literally.
Wesley, I don't know either. I mean, honestly, what do you do? We can penalize the whole series and add some weight to it, but I'm not sure if we can add weight to a single car or not. But yeah, we might have to, start him off maybe 3 laps down, maybe 4 or 5. I don't know what's the over under there. What do you think?
I don't know what to think. I just don't know anymore. I really don't. I'm just here so I don't get fined. 88 of 150 laps. And obviously the sheer domination of Justin Brooks continues in the K-Designs 150. Wild
Yeah,
up
looks like
fast
James Darwin wants it.
Yeah, go ahead, Charles. I was going to say that he was the Wild Ops fast qualifier, and he's looking to get another feature win, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw James Darlin go for that inside look on the 12. The 12's kind of hung out there to dry. as everybody else gets around him. Also, just talking about him, he goes around. The 53 is around and into the wall.
That's that announcer jinx that is real life. Yesterday, me and my colleague Ryan Pittman of the broadcast booth for the Bull Bash at Wake County Speedway announced 2 drivers at the same time, and those 2 drivers spun out at the exact same time. So it is real, virtual or reality. James Daring, the Lee Acres, Florida driver, losing it and hits the wall. Can we see this from outside the driver cockpit there? I think he might have front-nosed the wall and got airborne here for a second. Watch the 53. By the way, I love that car, the NOS Energy car. By the way, Rob Burnham, probably the highest climber of the race right now, as we are getting another yellow. Watch this again. Oh, yeah, he did. Look at that. Oh, that'll bust your radiator. That'll bust your radiator and put water all over the front stretch. Yep. If this was a real race right now, we'd be red flagging and we'd be doing cleanup, Charles. They'd be having to get out the kitty litter.
Yeah, it looks like Justice Brooks took his pit stop along with some of the other guys up front, Cameron Chandler and Travis Lapenis, all in the pits. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Lapenis did take his pit stop, but everybody's cycling back out again. And, everybody's about matched up on tires right now, about one lap stent each.
Justin Brooks continuing to be the dominator of this series, kind of like what Tyler Reddick is doing in real life for NASCAR. In case you didn't know, Tyler Reddick took the checkered flag in the 68th running of the Daytona 500. He won in Atlanta in the Auto Trader 400 last Sunday night in the ATL at Echo Park, and today he dominated from the pole, winning the Circuit of the America Road Course event in Austin, Texas for 2311 Racing for Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin. And for the first time ever in NASCAR history, he is the only driver to win 3 races in a row. In the 78-year history of NASCAR, since 1948. I couldn't believe that, Tracy. You know, I'm a stat guy. I was looking this stuff up. There's never been a 3-time winner until today. And Justin Brooks is like doing that on his own accord with the LFRL. There's a segue to that somewhere as we come back to green with 60 laps to go, just about to hit lap 100 here, Charles.
Yeah, Michael Jordan and that whole 23 team, and they got something figured out this season, and Redrick is eating it up track after track. So, you know, that's not a point system anymore. It's the chase again. So he's going to be pretty hard to catch for the rest of the season. He keeps putting these wins down.
Racking up the points, racking up the stages. Yes, sir. Hey, want to send a shout out to Brandon Willard, chief starter of the Cars Tour. He is checking out the race in action. He just sent me a message on Snappy Chat. Some people call it Snapchat. I call it Snappy Chat. And hope Brandon's doing well and well resting today after the long day at Southern National with the Cars Tour yesterday. So,
hey, Wesley, like to tell or send a message to Brandon. Hey, man, be sure to. He does a lot iRacing too. I actually saw him and Landon racing together a few weeks ago, and just want to give him send him an invite to come on out here and join us in the Leadfoot Racing League late model stocks whenever he can. Every Sunday. I
just texted Brandon Willard and I said they called you out live on the air. You should come race LFRL sometime. They have just called you out.
And by the way, since he is listening or watching, I just would also like to add that is the only flagman in history that gets me excited for a race just by his, I don't know, what would you call it, flag craft, maybe. There is something about
he's awesome.
He is awesome, man. When he gives them that one to go, buddy, I can feel my heartbeat racing. So, great job, Brandon. Honestly, I think, I don't know how promotions or whatnot work, but you're certainly ready for the big time if you ever get that chance, man.
believe it or not, I'm very good friends with the Willard family, and I grew up around Brandon and Danny Willard and his father, and we actually used to actually travel to some races together back in the day with ASA and the Southeast Asphalt Late Model Series and the Smart Modified Tour. Not the Smart of today, the ASA Smart Southern Modified Auto Racing Tour back in the time, and you know, Danny, his father was a longtime flagman, right? Under 50 laps to go, still Justin Brooks in the lead. A little story time for you here at Langley. His dad was a longtime flagman, and he was a little kid, Danny and Charles, and he's sitting in the grandstands, man. And this was when I was starting, you know, my young career up as announcing as well, even with the URA some as well, URA Stars and the late model series. I mentioned ASA and the modifieds and whatnot, and he would mimic everything his dad did. He would literally, like, everything his dad did on the flag stand, he did in the grandstand. And one day, something happened, I think it was at Franklin County in Virginia, where Langley Austin was short a flagman, and they needed Danny to flag, they were short a race director. They needed Danny to race direct. So he went up in the tower, and he started doing race directing, and you know, Brandon went up in the flag stand. And, I mean, he was young. The rest they say is history. The rest they say is history.
What
Such a great guy, man. Such a great kid. And a lot of people don't know this, but he is also a U.S. ice speed skater. They do speed skating on ice and roller derby. They do roller skate racing as well. His dad and his son, man, they used to go to all these competitions. I remember back in the day, we'd go to a race, he'd flag, and we'd leave, and we'd meet at our checkpoint and drop cars off and carpool back to where we were going home. And they'd say, oh, well, we're off to the airport, or we're off to drive to Texas, or we're off to go to Tennessee. We got a roller derby competition, speed skating competition. So, yeah, man, just bragging a little bit about Brandon Willard and Danny Willard and the awesome people there. And by the way, they are the race director and the flagman, chief starter for the GARS Tour. 40 laps to go here at Langley. And it is Justin Brooks dominating this thing. I mean, Chandler is right on his back door. Could we see a bump and run happen, Charles? Could we see it?
You know, you're going to have to figure out a way to beat him, and we got lap traffic coming up, so that might hold up Brooks a little bit or just enough for Chandler to get to him. Maybe we need to see something that's going to rattle Justin Brooks just a little bit. But real quick, I just want to say what's up to Colton Brenier. Hello, everybody in the booth, he says, and our good buddy, Angry Chef. Not me watching my film for my next race. Hunter Carlson there getting some tips so he could turn it up in the next division coming up here.
Nothing wrong with that, man. Race. Game film, right? Game film.
Absolutely. But yeah, you know, I see there the 88 dives down to the bottom, gives those leaders room, doesn't get in the way or anything. So, you know, Brooks wants to see that, but Chandler doesn't. Chandler wants those lap cars to get in Brooks's way for sure.
Yeah, I just texted Brandon Willard. I said that Tracy was bragging about you and your flagging prowess, and I said you need to, and said you did iRacing, you should come race with us sometimes. And then I said he's the uncle of Landon Brown, right? Yeah, the uncle of
yes.
of Landon Brown. Yeah,
that's right.
There we go.
That's what I have in my profile. Landon Brown's uncle.
Landon Brown's uncle. and Eastern Technical Design. By the way, if you're listening on the Community Radio Network as well, I can't believe I didn't even mention CRN none tonight. I mean, I think I mentioned when we came on the air, but we are live on the radio as well. And Brandon Willard says, I operate my own league full time, but if I get some free time, I'd love to. Thanks for the kind words. There you go. Sunday night, 7, 9 o'clock, be there. That's what I just told him. Sunday nights. Yeah, Sunday night.
I'll tell you.
Can I give him the Discord? Can I give him the Discord, Tracy? Can I give him the Discord info?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
one of
already.
my favorite things going to a race is watching the young kids, all the kids standing at the fence or, down there at the bottom of the track with their novelty flags and stuff, helping the flagmen wave
Oh,
the
yeah.
cars around. Man, that's my favorite part of going to any live race is those kids are having a ball because I was one of those kids once
Future,
back in the
right?
day. So, yeah,
That's the
yeah,
future, Charles. If you're going to be the next announcer or flagman or race director or track owner or driver, I mean, it doesn't have to be a race car driver. It could be a pit crew member. It could be a tire changer. It could be, anything that you have a passion for racing for or a craft for. That's the foundation's there by doing things of us in our racing generation to build up the next generation. And I think that's a big problem that's wrong with our racing industry today is sometimes it's so damn hard to get to these drivers or get to these people, or the promoters are in such an irritable bad mood that they don't want to talk to people. And you know what? If you can't take the time to tell your fan thank you, then, maybe that's the reason why you ain't got a crowd in the stands. I don't want to go off subject. We got under 25 to go with Justin Brooks still leading this thing. Chandler right there hot on his tail. Where it's time to dig, 25 laps to go. It's the Golden Racing time to dig, baby. But I will say this. I got caught up in something the other day, and my name got through in the hat in regards of streaming. And there's a track up north, and they were like, well, we're pulling streaming. We're pulling streaming away from racing. It's hurting our crowd at our races. Well, I got news for you, okay? And Charles, you tell me if I'm right or wrong here. Tracy, you want to chime in? I can care as well. If your crowd and your events are hurting, it ain't got a dang thing to do with your streaming. Your tracks are hurting already because of something else you're doing. I've seen so many tracks, and I'm a part of so many tracks and series organizations where they do races, they big events, regular shows, and the crowds are still good. The crowd's still good. Great turnouts, even though you're streaming. Use streaming to promote people to want to come to your racetrack, Charles.
absolutely.
And Tracy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, my home track is Stafford Speedway, and they pack that track in all the time, and it's Flow what streams those races, and those stands are so hard to get a seat in because that track is packed every week. So I think I agree with you, Wesley. Streaming is not hurting the races. Real race fans want to be there, and they want to be in the stands so they can feel the engine, feel the excitement.
No, you're
there's
right.
nothing like it.
You're right. I mean, I'm very good friends with Ben Dodge, who's one of the great announcers of the Northeast, obviously. Ben Dodge, who does a lot of the modifieds. Joe Cross, and, of course, Kyle Rickey as well. I've ran across him a time or two at some big races and MRN. And, super great guys, man. And I'm telling you, the streaming program that they put out on Stafford is second to none. The last time I was up at Stafford, I was doing the SRX event. And, if you remember, that was the race where they had to run two Thursday nights in a row because there was some massive flooding up in the Northeast at Bury, Vermont at Thunder Road. And so they had no other choice but to just run 2 weeks in a row at Stafford. That's the last time that I've been there. I want to say it was 2023, 2022, something like that. But
I was at
man,
that.
great bunch of people. Yeah.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe it because our local track guy, Doug Kobe,
Kobe, yep.
yeah, he got a seat in that, and Ben Dodge come over the PA and says, Doug Kobe passes Michael Andretti for the lead, and I never thought I'd hear those words spoken. My local legend passing an absolute legend. Not only in NASCAR but in other forms of racing too. It was so unreal. That was a great series, and I'm glad Stafford got into that. And it's sad that one's gone, but there's many more up at Stafford that keep my interest.
Getting ready for the March Madness event, as a matter of fact, coming up at Stafford in a few more weeks as well in March. So laps are winding down for this one here at Langley. 10 laps to go. Just sent a text message, Tracy, to Bill Mullis, and I sent him the broadcast stream, and I said, hey, Bill, take a look at this, man. Want to send a shout out to you and Langley. Have a great 2026 season, and Obviously, good friend of mine, Mr. Bill Mullis and Chuck Wall, everybody there up there at Langley, Brian White, Jack Dotson, just so many amazing people. And it's amazing. You think of this place is look at Landon Brown going after Pimpleton for that position on the inside. Boy, they're fender rubbing one another. And with now less than 10 laps to go, Landon Brown trying to get around the 21 for fourth. That's Landon Brown around Carter Pendleton. Will Pendleton return the favor? Look at the toe end on the right front of the 21 there, Ryan. Charles, as he tries to dive back and go after him again below the apron.
Push them up the track just a little bit, just enough to get it under there. And they're going back side by side, going into 4.
Yeah, look at this man stash there going at it. There's Landon Brown. Carter Pendleton, Tracy, he said I can't call him kid stash no more, man. He called me out on Snapchat the other day. He did. He said, hey, he said, by the way, you smart ass announcer, I just want to let you know I've got a beard and I said, well, and your picture didn't show it. Oh, wow. 5 laps to go with car 5 of Landon Brown and Carter Pendleton going at it like gangbusters here, Charles, for the last lap. Says this is probably the best battle on the racetrack we're watching here as Justin Brooks continue to run away with another win.
Absolutely, and as you know, as in many laps, they've been back and forth the last 2 or 3 laps, and right behind them, there's another battle going on. But you know, this just proves every position on the track matters, and these guys need those points to get to the end of this season, as many points as they can get, and they're going to fight for them.
Here they come, working their way off of turn number 4 here at Langley, down to 3 laps to go now. Langley Speedway is where we are. The time is running out, and it is Justin Brooks continuing to lead it long. No! I knew it was going to happen. Man stash goes around.
Oh, what a heartbreaking incident.
Carter Pendleton in to Landon Brown, and the caution's out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Yeah, we got to watch this again. But it looks like the 21 might have got in there a little hot.
The anger, the fury. I'm serious. Thanks, everybody, for watching wherever you are around the world. And, of course, on LSR TV in the Pacific Northwest. And
yeah, the 21 just got a little hot. Just Landon looks like he was checking up because the 59 was right on his outside.
Now that I look at it, Charles, I don't think he meant to spin him.
No, I think Landon slowed down so he could exit and get by the 59 on exit. So Landon was slowing down his exit there, and the 21 was just coming through.
You can see that billboard that was on the retaining wall. That's Larry King. That's the owners of the track now, or the sponsor of the track. Larry King, Traffic Matters, Criminal Defense, Larry King Laws, Langley Speedway. Arrested. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if you can find it again, Tracy, on the retaining wall. There, keep going, keep going. It's on the back straightaway. Right there. Yeah, right there. See it? Arrested Larry King. Yeah, Larry King Law. I can't tell you how friggin' funny this was. There were people that thought Larry King, the CNN old guy, was the owner of the racetrack.
Hold it. Why is that funny, Wesley? Because
it's not Larry King, it's Larry King Law.
It's Larry Law. Larry King.
Yeah, Larry King ain't no damn lawyer. He ain't never been a lawyer. He's a guy on television. I mean, they gave the answer right away. Larry King Laws, Langley Speedway. And he's Larry King from CNN's running the racetrack in Virginia. I didn't know he liked racing. That old man probably can't even find his way to the elevator. Like, seriously. Hey, he's passed away, hasn't he? I shouldn't talk bad about the dead. My apologies. Back to green. This will be a shootout here coming up, Charles, as, save me, man. I just talked bad about one of the great late-night talk shows hosts of the world.
Yeah, Wesley, this is it, man. They're going 2 left. just throw it up in the air here because anything could happen right now.
Final lap.
As we almost go 3 line.
Look at this. Oh! 3 wide, and there's contact. Farlow's in the fence. And they're spinning in the grass with a 53. And meanwhile, Justin Brooks is going to survive a wild one here at Langley and win again.
Absolutely
He'll take the checkered
wild.
flag in the KD Zines 150. I heard it was Jerry the King Lawler that owned the track.
Absolute mayhem in that last lap, and everybody was just going for anything they could get to. What an amazing finish.
Turning Golden Race, and I think this is Chris Golden, he's chiming in. Turning someone on exit shows either an extreme lack of talent or extreme lack of regard for your competitors, because it's very easy to not stay in the throttle on exit. All right. By the way, Larry King is dead. I just, wanted to. Yep. he did pass away, so he passed away. He passed away on January the 23rd of 2021 at the age of 87. So yeah, but no, as I was trying to say, Larry King is not the owner of or was not the owner of Larry King Langley Speedway. It's Larry King Laws, which is a law firm, Langley Speedway, which I find it, very interesting that a law firm company actually took the owner of the name of the racetrack. But this is a really, really popular racetrack, guys. It seats almost 2 million fans every year. One of their biggest races, besides the Cars Tour and the NASCAR Modifieds, is the ARCA Series and also the Hampton Heat 200. That is their big show. And here's a look at the replay of the chaos on the last lap. Look at that, 53 in the grass, another car, Farlow, in the fence. And when it's said and done, after an hour of racing, it is the driver. Oh, it is Justin Brooks winning again.
Absolutely.
We're just going to skip post-race interviews. We're just going to say goodnight from Langley. And we'll be back at 9 o'clock for the national division in the books. The American division will be coming up later tonight. No, I'm just joking. We'll have our interviews. Let's take a look at the results for tonight's K-Designs 150 as you continue to watch a replay of some of the chaos there on the last lap. Justin Brooks wins again from the pole again at Langley again. Justin Brooks getting it done in the number 33. Blake Dorney second. What a comeback, by the way, for Blake Dorney. Got involved in the first caution of the race of the nationwide entry. Battles back to finish in the second position from starting fifth. Cameron Chandler moved out of the way for third on the podium. We'll get his thoughts on the subject in a minute. Travis Lapinus started 12th. Hard charger of the race all the way up to the number 4 position, car friend of Canada. Carter Pendleton, Rob Burnham, good solid run for the 12 of Rob Burnham as well. James Daring, Joel Farlow, Landon Brown, Roy Sprague, and Michael Deach and Asher Bunkley of the 12 cars there when it's all said and done. And I'll tell you what, Charles, man, you're taking the race, and obviously Justin Brooks, he gets it done again. And look at this. Here is the unofficial point standings in real time as they happen on the racetrack, bud. Look at that. And it is still Chandler hanging with Brooks, even though Brooks is in the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I mentioned halfway through the race, there was a couple guys. Nice wasn't here. The other Brown, Jacob Brown, wasn't here. So Chandler jumped up quite a bit in the points, and Landon Brown had his chance, but unfortunately that last lap incident really shook things up in the standings right there. And I can't believe it. It's anybody back there for third place in the season.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go down to victory lane, and let's grab our podium drivers. We'll make this. Boy, my bad. Tracy, I moved you by accident, buddy. Please share your screen again. I'm sorry, brother. Let's bring in the drivers, as I have tried to bring back Tracy. Tracy, I moved you by accident, my friend. All right. So let's go to victory lane, and I'll share your screen, boss, as we go to victory lane again and talk to the winner of the LFRL. It is the driver, of course, of Justin Brooks. Justin, congratulations on another win. Man, what a performance from the pole. Never look back. Chandler gave you a little couple of fits, Dorney at the end, but when it's all said and done, man, you get it. You get another victory, sir. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, man. It was a pretty good race for 11, 12 cars. I think it was pretty entertaining for everybody watching tonight. Had fun. Obviously, you had a conserved tire, and it really showed on the long runs, which I was looking forward to. And every time this thing would just set off, just had to manage it until then and try not to kill it, just trying to keep the lead, which was a little bit of a task when I had Cameron and behind me putting pressure on me. But just try to run it hard enough to stay out in the lead, and it, like I said, it paid dividends long runs.
I'll tell you what, Justin Brooks, man, what a show. And, it's like you're out on a Sunday drive, nice, calm, cool Sunday drive in that Cadillac of yours. It fits well. Anything you want to take back in that race? Anything you would do again?
No. There was one time though. I mean, I looked down at my phone because I heard it go off out of turn two, and I wasn't paying attention to my screen, and I looked back up, and he had a runner underneath me out of two, and I had to drive the hell out of it for a lap just to get back in front of him and put a little gap in between us. That's about the only thing. Besides that, it was a pretty uneventful race for me.
Oh, buddy, before I let you go, thank your sponsors, man. Congrats on another victory.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you as always. I want to thank JustinBrooksDesigns.com, Lot Layer Deer Processing, Crow Sim Shots, everybody at Brooks Speed Shop, everybody watching tonight, everybody at LFRL for putting on this hell of a league. It's always fun. Come out here and run with these boys, and thank you guys. Last but certainly not least, it's always a pleasure talking to y'all.
Justin Brooks, everybody from Darlington, the Brooks Speed Shop entry does it again. Let's grab now Blake Dorney. Blake, what a way to come back. And I would say that this would be the what did we call this? Watch this moment of the race. What is it now, Tracy? I guess we don't call it yes, sir. What is it called now? The heck yeah move of the race. I think the heck yeah move of the race has to go to you, Blake. And the reason why I say that is you brought out the first caution. The man out of Monroe, Connecticut, rallied from the back, worked his all the way back up to the number 2 position. So I do you agree, Charles? Do we think that's the heck yeah move of the race? I'm going to say yes for Blake Dorney.
I have to agree.
Yeah, well, I concur as well. We all are in agreement, so congratulations. 4Wide Motorsports, heck yeah, move of the race will go to Blake Dorney. Blake, your take on being second, sir, and what a way to move back to the field, pardon the pun.
Yeah, thank you. I just try to put myself in position there to get a podium. I mean, it's so hard to beat Justin Brooks, so my goal of the race was to finish, have some fun, and get a good finish. So I think I achieved that goal, and I had a good race. Going through the field was pretty fun. Didn't save tires as good as I thought I was, but all worked out in the end, I guess.
Hey, Blake Dorney, man, congratulations on P2, and way to give the Northeast some recognition here, man. Connecticut, man, I'm right here in Westerly, Rhode Island, so right next door to Connecticut. But anything you could have done different in that race tonight?
I don't know. I mean, unless it's being Justin Brooks, which is pretty hard, I don't think I can do it. So I don't know what else I could have done. Just try to put myself in position, and yeah.
Well, Blake, what a strong run for you, buddy. Obviously, before we let you go, sir, thank your sponsors, and we'll see you next week at Kenley.
Yeah, thank you. I got to thank McConey Setup Shop and everybody involved in that. They do a great job. And then Lead Foot Racing League for putting on a heck of a race tonight and the rest of the races that are on the schedule.
There you go. There's the driver of the Nationwide Dale Jr. throwback, the number 38 from Monroe, Connecticut. One of the Northeast drivers there. That is Blake Dorney. Now let's grab now the man that'll finish in third. And we'll get off the air, by the way. Don't forget, coming up top of the hour at 9 Eastern. That's about 53 minutes from right now. We'll have coverage of the American division for the K-Designs 150 here at Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. The Salisbury, Maryland Monster Energy number 8. Cameron Chandler, he's got one win this year. Cameron, your take of the race, your take of the end, getting moved, pushed around, and somehow rallying back to finish on the podium for third, sir. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you, man. But I hate that last lap contact with Farlow. I screwed myself on that restart trying to time it too well and put myself in position to be stuck battling him, and then we blinked out. and had that incident in turn 2. But either way, I feel like we did pretty well the whole race, except for the end of that last run. I was arguing with an idiot saying how it's awful going to races for free. So because apparently the fans exist, but whatever. I lost a bunch of focus from that and killed my tires, screaming my lungs off at the guy. But either way, I feel like we did as good as we could to put ourselves in position to win. Was on Brooks's bumper, even though he's probably sandbagging half the time for me. But either way, pretty good run for us, and I wish we still finished second like we ran all day.
Yeah, definitely, Cameron. Congratulations on third place, and you definitely had a second place car, and like you said, right on the bumper of Justin Brooks. But if you could do one thing different in that race next time you race here at Langley, what's that going to be?
For one, figure out the restarts because I think that was the third time I had jumped the start and had to lift to make sure I didn't beat Brooks to the line. Yeah, because that's ultimately what I think cost me second. And then two, I guess next we're gonna have to start cheating and get Cole Wilson to piss in Brooks's gas tank or something. Because I don't think anyone else is gonna find a way to beat him.
Thank you, Cameron. From Salisbury, Maryland, everybody. That is the driver of Cameron Chandler. His thoughts on the race, on the subject, and on Justin Brooks continuing to win. And that will be the podium drivers' top 3 when it's all said and done. All right. Hey, by the way, real quickly, the white flag of tonight's race is always presented by the fine folks at Tiltify. Of course, we appreciate them being the sponsor, and Tiltify gives you the tools you need to engage and raise more money for your charity. Donate immediately to all of your favorite charities, including the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, WaterAid America, Stand Up to Cancer, and so many more. Order and find out more details at Tiltify. Visit them today at tiltify.com. All right, Charles, we're going to get off here, man. We're going to come back in about 50 minutes' time. All of the sponsors of the LFRL are now scrolling on the screen, like Eastern Technical Designs, Lucky Duck Motorsports, Wild Ops, Golden Racing, 213 Simware, Tiltify, Community Radio Network, LSR TV, Leadfoot TV, 4Wide Motorsports, Golden Racing, and Cottle Chassis. Thank you to K Designs for sponsoring the race. And Charles, we'll see you next week at Virtual Kinley, man. Your final take of tonight here for the national tour here at Langley.
Oh, the national tour definitely put on a show. And Wesley, man, thanks for giving your expertise, stories and stuff like that. Always a pleasure to hear you. And glad we stuck by to the end of this race because that's when the action comes. So everybody enjoy the national division coming up later, and have a good night. We'll see you next week.
McCrow and myself will be on the call for that one. And by the way, next week we'll flip-flop them. The American Tour will be at 7 o'clock, the National Division at 9 o'clock. Thanks again to Brantley Bryant sponsoring the K Designs 150 for whether you're watching on the East Coast on Leadfoot TV, the West Coast on LSR TV, your home for sim racing, or listening on the Community Radio Network. We're back at the top of the hour on your clock. 9 Eastern if you're on the East Coast time. And we congratulate again Justin Brooks again, winning the Wild Ops Pole Award again, dominating again, another win again in the LFRL from Langley. We're back next week at Southern National and the American Division coming up at the top of the hour. Good evening for Charles Oberg, Tracy Brown. I'm Wesley Outland. Thanks for watching and listening.